G'day, folks. Peter Brewer from the REIQ. Thank you for joining us on what is a very important webinar, an opportunity to talk about cyber. And as many of you know, the REIQ has created, in conjunction with some pretty cool stakeholders, a cybersecurity toolkit, which will help all of us through the challenges. Today, I'm joined by Peter Maynard. Pete's well-credentialed in this space. And Pete, if you could bear with me, I do want to read your bio, because it is impressive and it certainly does establish your credentials in this space, because there's plenty of people walking around our industry talking about cyber, but actually working out who are the people we can trust and work with and who are knowledgeable, rather than someone who's just selling, a version of, McAfee virus off the back of their ute. So Peter Maynard, Pete has over 30 years experience as a tech entrepreneur and innovator, a digital transformation pioneer, and as the founder and CEO of CyberMetrix, who you'll hear more about, co-founder of cybersecurity certification and Cyber Cert. In recent years, Pete's focused on developing ways to help small and medium businesses at scale to improve their cyber resilience. Peter is recognised as a thought leader within the cybersecurity industry, authoring Australia's first multi-tiered cybersecurity certification for small businesses. Pete's a member of the Cyber Risk Leadership Committees for Australian Computer Society, Australian Information Industry Association, and the Tech Council of Australia. That's not a bad pedigree, mate.
Thanks, Peter.
Peter, I want to kick things off because, this really challenging world, and for some of us it goes over our heads and we wonder why. And I'm sitting here, I'm going, I've just downloaded a free copy. In fact, probably 3 years ago, I downloaded a free copy of some antivirus protection software from a website called dodgybrothers.com. All my staff have their own laptops that they just come and plug into our Wi-Fi, so there's no problems there. If we've got any email problems or tech problems, my son comes in and fixes it. He knows a bit about computers. Why would I bother with all this stuff? Tell me. It seems a bit crazy.
Yeah. Look, you're off to a good start. You've got some good things in place there, which we all need to have. So well done there. Look, cybersecurity is definitely an emerging threat, and one that has serious impact, particularly on small business. It was the small business angle that really drew me into cybersecurity in a big way, because these are businesses that have a lot invested in them and have a lot to lose and can be lost very easily. So what was important to me was to not only build on those requirements and those controls that you've just mentioned there, Peter, but also broaden out what cybersecurity looks like from a risk perspective, but to also simplify it in terms of a small business so they can actually take meaningful steps and feel like they can really be in control of managing their journey. My goal is to be at a point where we're hearing business owners say, I've got control of cybersecurity in our business, and we stop hearing the IT guys got control of cybersecurity in our business, because it is a business risk issue. It involves the people in the business, the processes that are run by the business, and also those technical controls that you mentioned first up. But increasingly, we're seeing that lack of awareness within the people and the policies in the businesses where they're actually being attacked.
But Pete, why should I bother about that? You talk about, I pay a lot of money to a network guy to keep an eye on our computers and to make sure they run, and that's his stuff. He fixes the computers. Well, I just sell real estate. Well, can't I just get someone else to do that and not worry about it?
Look, we would love to be able to do that. And the availability of cybersecurity experts is another reason why the introduction of the certification has been so important. It's almost the best alternative we're going to have is clear guidance that's broken up over multiple stages that a small business can digest, understand, and implement. The cost to a small business from a cyber attack can be phenomenal, not to mention reputational damage. Are we able to actually come back from this once people know that we've lost their passwords, or we've lost their passports or their driver's license information that they've provided to us during the course of business? So it's really important that the business owners, and particularly real estate agents, understand how valuable they actually are to a bad actor or a hacker. They're looking to steal information, or they're looking to disrupt your business. and they know that you're likely to be unprepared and that they will profit from you.
So why am I a risk anyway? Like, when I read about this stuff, I see that it's Medibank or it's Toyota or it's,
Yeah.
multinational or a big corporate. Why would a hacker, or I think you said a bad actor, why would they, which I'm interested to know why they're called a bad actor, but why would they want to have a look at me as a residential real estate agent in the suburbs of Queensland? Like, there's some big fish out there. Why would they have a crack at me?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's big fish out there, and the big fish are sometimes pretty hard to get into. Not always hard from what we've seen, but it's a numbers game for them. It literally is a business, and all they need to do is send an email into a business that allows them to execute some piece of malware that lets them take control of a computer or infect it with a ransomware virus, and the business is really is lost at that point. They're in the position of recovery. The cost to recover is high. The IT provider at the end of the day is there to provide you an IT service. They're typically not cybersecurity experts. So the more we can educate the owner around the risks that they face and why bad actors want to take this data, the more important it is.
Okay, so you've given me awareness. You've told me that's what that I actually have some responsibility in this space. Yeah. Mate, how can I make it easy? I've got so much stuff going on, and I couldn't tell you a Windows from a Mac, from a PC, from I don't know, like, I just turn it on and it goes.
Yeah,
how do I get through this?
And it has been hard. It's been really hard for a number of reasons. A lot of the guidance that exists around cybersecurity right now has been developed for the enterprise level, for large business and for government. It hasn't really filtered down into an easy to digest, what do I need to do from a small business perspective? That's really where we've identified the gap and tried to address it with a standard that's been developed specifically for small business owners like the real estate agents, and then marry it up with a certification that allows them, a low-cost certification that allows them to demonstrate and show their clients that we've actually done something. We've taken this action. We take it seriously.
Gotcha. So that's certification. So that sounds pretty cool, because I guess as I look at the more modern day consumer, they're becoming really aware of this stuff, aren't they? They want to know that their data, both from a tenant's perspective, landlords, purchasers, buyers, want to know their data is safe, and not sitting on a USB stick sitting in the front of the office for someone to pick up anytime they want. So as that expectation of the consumer raises or increases, that certification is going to be key, isn't it?
Absolutely. There hasn't been a way for a small business to go on this journey, spend the money, make the investment, and then have something at the end of it to show and demonstrate we've done this. That's a really important component. Without that, it's almost you're just pushing money into a hole that may never affect me. But this is actually a way to put your business out in front of others in today's modern business world, where more and more businesses are being asked to demonstrate their cybersecurity. If a real estate agent can say, well, look, not only are we a great agent, we provide great service, but we also value the fact that you share a lot of very sensitive data with us, and we're safe and trustworthy custodians of that. They're also responsible for managing trust funds and trust accounts and large volumes of money that, if they're accidentally paid to the wrong person, a bad actor in this case, it's almost impossible for that business to recover from that financial loss.
You won't get that back, will you?
You won't.
And if I think about it, Pete, when I'm, whether I'm applying for a credit card or whatever I'm applying for, and someone says, in fact, Energex recently, I wanted to pay a bill and there's a problem with their software, said, I just email us a copy of your credit card and your driver's license. And I got really, really nervous, and I thought, well, good. I don't trust that. So I guess that's probably the feeling that consumers have when we say, email driver's license or whatever. So it's putting good behaviours in place as well. So the consumers don't say, hang on a tick, that's just going to sit on a server somewhere or wherever.
Exactly. Not only that, people, what the bad actors love is that all of this all of this rich information is consolidated and kept in one area. So they don't really even have to go and look for it. 9 times out of 10, it's in an email account. So how many of us would willingly let someone come into our house, look through our filing cabinet, all of our personal records, and just give them open access to it? I don't think any of us would. And without the necessary controls on email accounts, which is simply as simple as putting multi-factor authentication on, makes it significantly difficult to a bad actor to make you a target. So they just go to someone else. It's not a game of being perfect. It's just a game of disruption. How can I increase simple things inside my business to make it harder for me to be the target so they go somewhere else? And they will. It's a business model. If I can give you a little bit of a bit of insight into the bad actor methodology. For years and years and years, we've heard people cry out about, if only these guys knew how to write better messages. There's bad English in it, it's all broken up. It's terrible. You think they'd know better. They do know better. They're very smart. This is a way that they weed out who is likely to go to completion of a complete scam. If someone will accept that broken English and they will continue to move forward with the fraud and the scam, there's a very good chance that person will go to completion and that business will make money from it. They don't want people that understand this is a scam. You just consume their resources. So the quicker that you can make yourself a hard target, the quicker they'll move on.
Isn't that fascinating?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at some of those, and it may be off topic, but I kind of look at some of those Facebook quizzes that people do.
Yeah.
What would your name be if you were a potato?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
And I look at people that do that, and I think, how gullible are you? Because that data is being farmed in some respect, I suspect, but also it's showing that you've got a predisposition to click on anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a way of reducing the funnel. So if we send out 100,000 messages and we get 1,000 people that really work with that message and they go along with it, we're a very good chance of actually receiving money from those 1,000 people. The other 99,000, we're just a load on our operating center and we can't do that. So it's a good way to filter out. But it's not only gullibility. It's time restraints. It's time of year. Tax-related frauds coming into May and June, perfect time. Amazon, Australia Post delivery frauds coming into Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter. They're all opportune. They're bad actors. That they know how to tick your buttons and push a button, to make you take actions that are not in your interest.
It's fascinating, and it's so easy to click, isn't it? Sometimes
It is, Pete.
I've got a post. I know I got something from Australia Post, or I know that my Amazon.
Absolutely.
You go, man,
absolutely. If we send out 100,000 SMS messages relating to an Australia Post delivery scam, there's a good chance that 25% of those people are actually expecting a delivery from Australia Post. So there's credibility. It's viable.
I read something. I read something recently with talking about the volume of cybercrime that is reported, and then those people who go, "This is just too embarrassing."
Yeah.
And which is scary in itself, which takes me to in the business side, the reputational damage that this can have. If you have a hack or whatever the terminology is going to be, if someone does go in there, it doesn't matter what the threshold is at the moment, because I think you suggest it might be changing. You've got an obligation to go tail between your legs to every one of your clients to say, we've exposed your data. So all your tenants, all your landlords, all your buyers, all your sellers. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you're a good business owner, you would definitely, even if there isn't a stick there to make you do it, but that stick's about to come. The federal government is really focused on making this country a better country when it comes to cybersecurity and maturity uplift across the entire country. 90% of our businesses in our economy are small businesses. So we really have to make that push into the small business sector. but it's really doable, and it's something that's really worthwhile. If we have a look at the big attacks that have occurred, and this is something that I've enjoyed doing, just to see how much effect it really does have. Go and have a look at the share price of Medibank after the attack. What happened? It literally was a cliff. It fell off 30% after the attack. Optus suffered really bad results as well. So did Facebook back in the Facebook breaches days. So these big organizations have a much better ability to recover. Small businesses don't have that. When you've got a 2 to 3 month period of customers walking away to find someone else, they're unlikely to come back. And that's a lifelong business gone in literally a couple of months.
Businesses, our real estate agents' relationships are very much built on trust. And so once that trust is broken, that could be devastating for any business, particularly ours. So, all right. So, Pete, how are you going to make this easy? Because I know the REIQ is partnered with your business, and with Aon, we're going to keep an eye on what we're doing. So, you're offering a bronze certification for members of the REIQ, if they meet certain criteria, that they can show that certification and start to build on the path of having a cyber secure business. Walk us through it, talk us through it, tell us what's involved.
Yeah, terrific. So the REIQ have partnered with CyberCert, and what that does is that provides a number of benefits to your members. One of which in this partnership arrangement is your ability to provide your opportunity to provide all of your members' businesses with a bronze level certification. It's quite simple. We would expect that most businesses would have the requirements in place already for a bronze level. So the outcome is you will walk away as a business with a certification that says we have these things in place, and you've started on an authentic cybersecurity maturity journey. From there, how far you want to go up as a business up to silver or gold is entirely up to the business. But to actually have a base point to start from, to be able to demonstrate to clients that we've taken this action, is a huge step. And what we've found with businesses that actually do go on this journey, they come back to us and say, well, we really understand cybersecurity a lot better now, and how it fits into our business, and how it's not just a technical thing. There's some simple policies that we need to have in place that give us great protection. Simple controls that are low cost or no cost, that will help us avoid most of the pain from potential attacks.
All right, so they're fairly simple things. We've spoken about them before. It's around passwords. It's around taking responsibility yourself as the business owner. There's some staff education in there, so people feel part of the process. So fairly simple for the bronze, but that's super critical that people start on that journey.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Any tips, Pete? Because I want to tell our members how they can take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Definitely. So I think the REIQ is making the offer available as a free of charge certification up until the 29th of March. Just contact the REIQ, follow the information that you provide as to get the business underway. And it's something that we would really encourage you to take up. And also something that you can talk and discuss with friends about who also own businesses in different areas. It really is it's a group sport, cybersecurity. We're all in it together. We've all got businesses that are risked. And the small measures that we can take, they don't have to be huge leaps, but if we actively keep this as part of our ongoing business, we'll see a big difference in Australia, and we'll start to really secure the small businesses.
Pete, I love that you're making it easy in conjunction with the REIQ. So now we have the cybersecurity toolkit, which is the background to the steps you need to take, the cyber certification that's available to take people on a journey starting for free at bronze level up until March 29. And then, as you say, people can decide what other tiers they want to go to protect their businesses down the path.
Exactly. Yeah. And look, full credit to the REIQ. You have been a great champion of what needs to be done in cybersecurity, and you've made it really easy for your members. You've adopted the important things that need to be done, and you've made it easy for them to take action. we all know the saying, you can show the water, but you can't drag the person there. It's the business owner that needs to make that decision. But I will say, hand on heart, from anything I've seen around the world, never has it been easier, and never can you walk away with more to show what you've done for it than you can now. Australia's leading the world in certification with cybersecurity. We're proud to be a part of that journey with you.
Pete, thanks so much, mate. That's wonderful. And what a great segue is, we've created the path. Sir Joe used to say you can take a horse to water and you can't make it drink. No, Joe said you can take a horse to drink, but you can't make it water. But the challenge is there to our membership. We've created the tool, we've created the opportunity, we've created the relationship, we've made it simple for you. The next step is up to you. And that's really simple. You go to ask@reiq.com.au if you'd like to register your interest, and the team will be in touch to tell you how you can take advantage of this free membership offer. Peter Maynard, thank you very much for your time today. Really appreciate it. Look forward to doing great business with you, and have a great day, Pete, and to you folks. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Peter.